Okay, so when you start this up, you're going to go to IPI Recorder, or iPi Recorder. There's a very good chance that this computer will be off, and these two connects will be unplugged, because this Alienware, poor baby that it is, can't have any USB plugged into it. The Vive can't be plugged in when it boots up, and the Connects can't be plugged in when it boots up. So one connects through the front, and one connects through the back, right at the top here with this long cord. Okay? So full screen that window for me. Because of the high data rates, like 20 or 30 megabytes per second for these cameras, we have to be on different controllers, or we'll start maxing out the availability of the entire USB group. Does that make sense?
Would it work better if the bus was a USB 3.0?
Still no. Okay, so you can see on this home page, which is we're here, that we've got two connects and one microphone set up, and that's perfect. If one of those aren't showing up, you can hit refresh. Go ahead and hit refresh, we'll make sure it works. In a little bit, we'll add controllers. Actually, I haven't messed with that yet, but those are PlayStation Move controllers, and we have a Bluetooth adapter that we'll bring. So let's go ahead and hit record video.
That'll work with you.
Okay, and so here's what you see. And here's this. As I approach the sensor, it gets closer. You can see that it has no idea about depth up to about this close. So back there, yellow means I don't know how close you are or where you are.
Why is there like a weird shadow of yellow right to the left of you?
That's where the lights, you have no squares right behind it. As those cast out, it kind of creates a empty space behind
Sure.
it.
So there's the sensor, and then right next to it is the receiver.
So it's slightly
So what
offset.
you're seeing is the sensor coming here and then bouncing back to the other sensor, and that's causing a slight distortion, shadow. So, and as I get farther back, I get closer to wall size, but I'm visible this far away, and that's okay. And you can see, as long as you can see your feet in both of those cameras, this is the space that you can walk. As soon as you get too close, you can't see your feet anymore, so you want to stay here, and then you can walk this way, and then you can walk back to the wall, and etc. So if you need a walk cycle, you got to have at least 3 steps, okay? Because you're going to start the walk cycle here, full step, and then loop it here. So at least 3 steps for a walk cycle. And we'll experiment with making these larger. Okay, so the first thing we do is make sure the cameras are right. Make sure that when the person, the actor, is standing here in the middle, the height between the top of the camera and the head is roughly in the same place on both cameras. Is that true, Ben?
No.
So on the right one, that's the one that's pointing higher or lower?
Yeah, there's more headroom.
So mouse over the left one then. And see the elevation? Let's move that up a little bit. There are little motors in the Connect.
Yeah, I know.
That'll make that perfect.
That's a Connect.
I didn't know
I've seen
that.
the thing calibrate.
Whoa,
It moves.
That's okay, leave it there, that's good.
that's cool.
And so next we'll evaluate the background. You can just click on background over the top there. And obviously you don't want anything or people in the background, so hit evaluate background. If it so happens that you are recording where you can see yourself in the background, like if the cameras were here, there's a delay that you can set to get out of the way. So we'll evaluate one for 5 seconds and the other for 5 seconds, and then there's your background. It roughly knows where everything is in the background, and that's good. That's what you want. You can go to the next one now, record. In a single camera setup, you can just start recording, but in a dual camera setup, you need a calibration file. So we're going to calibrate with this 3D plane. I'm going to hold it roughly like this, and I'm going to hold it at arm's length out from me. And then what you're going to see is that as I get it almost like this, it's going to turn yellow. See how it's turning yellow in one of them? We don't want to go that far, we want it to be here, okay? So I'm going to turn it this far, and then I'm going to turn it this far. I'm going to twist it left and right like that. I can move it in all sorts of other shapes like this too, but just to make sure, because the computer to calibrate is going to measure these corners. Measure the corners in this, measure the corners in that, and then say, okay, I know where I am. Let's go ahead and hit record. Or start. There's a countdown, tell me when it starts.
Starting.
Okay. Rotate. Rotate. Turn. And stop recording. Okay. So calibration scene's there. You can hit close now. Now we'll stand in the center, hold out our T pose, arms, legs shoulder width apart, and hit start recording. Okay, let me know when it starts.
Good now.
Okay, and then you can begin to dance your jig, etc., jump around. If you're me. Like, here's the problem with this whole class. The whole class, I show off cool things, and it will never work for you guys, so just get used to that. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean that when you try to jump and then render it out later, you can hit stop.
It's not gonna work.
Your legs are going to come up here inside your body, and your arms are going to come around behind you. It's going to be real frustrating because I'm trying to teach you, and I'm trying to break it, and it just never breaks. So hit close.
I want to purposely make that happen, so the legs are trapped into the body.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll definitely happen. Okay, so thank you, Ben. That's all I need. What we're going to do now is we're going to find the files. And you can see that they're being recorded here. Users, Beatboxer 6, documents, APSoft, and then named timestamp. So we're going to come to our documents, APSoft, and here's the 3 video files, the one that we just recorded here. This is our calibration, 1251. This is our recording, 1252. You see the sizes for how many seconds? I don't know, not many. 110 megs, 240 megs, and we're going to transfer them with Dropbox, which is pretty slick. This motion capture in the VR folder right here, you have access to drop things in it and also to view it to download things from. Unfortunately, right now it's stuck at 2 gigabytes, so this might push it over. You won't be doing many at a time. Just come get me whenever it's full, and I will clear it out. So, now that we've dropped it in this motion capture in VR, it's going to upload to Dropbox and then download to my computer there. You guys can all go to our computers over in the lab, download it, and open it. So that's what we're going to do, okay? I can stop recording. Thanks, OBS.